All right, welcome back to this week's transmission of Talk Dirt to Me. I'm Carter, along with my co-host Gus, and today we're going to have our guest, Farmer John, on to talk about his eroding relationship with soil.
Yes, I've been waiting to air this for some time now on our show, and today you guys all get to join in.
You know, Gus, this is a really sad story, and it's become all too common amongst farmers. This story is about a farmer that has lost his soil. Yes, that's right, lost his soil to erosion.
Yeah, we all know how hard relationships are now these days and age, especially with stubborn farmers and how they neglect soils. And so today we're going to be trying to reconcile the love and maybe even find soil a new man and go and treat her right.
Yep, so let's welcome our special guest today, Farmer John.
Hello, thanks for having me today.
We're so glad to have you today, and even more excited to help you in your time of need.
So tell us, what happened, Farmer John? Give us the whole story.
Well, frankly, she just plain run off. She left in the middle of the night without warning during the last rainstorm. She's never acted like this before. You gotta help me get my soil back.
So how do you feel about the whole situation with soil? Do you think it's gone too far? Is there still some hope there? Or is it just plain dirt that's left?
Hey, you watch your mouth. That's my soil you're talking about, buddy.
Hey, that's why we call it Talk Dirt to Me. Relax, Farmer John.
Well, actually, I was doing some reading about erosion, and it talked about the three main stages. The first is detachment, second is transport, or leaving, and the third is deposition, which is the final stage when she finally settles down somewhere else.
So, what stage do you think your relationship is in currently?
Hell, evidently we're past the detachment stage and well on to the second stage of transport. She's already moved half of her stuff off of the farm. I want to stop this before it gets too far, because if they say once she settles, there ain't no getting her back.
Yeah, well, Farmer John, we can't let that happen. We also know that we can't resolve this issue without hearing from Soil herself and hearing her side of the story.
So, Farmer John, are you okay if we go ahead and give Soil a call?
Anything to get her back, man.
All right, Farmer John, we're going to go ahead and give her a ring. We will need you to remain silent so we can get her on the line and get her side of the story and see if we can bring you two back together.
All right, we're going to call her up right now.
Hell, good luck. She hasn't been answering my calls lately. Probably won't answer.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, is this Soil?
Yes?
Hi, Soil. So, I'm on the radio show Talk Dirt to Me, and I'm sitting here with my co-host Gus, and we're talking to you today because we understand that you and Farmer John are going through some issues with your relationship, and we just want to know what's going on with you two. Like, what made you lose connection?
Exactly. See, we believe that you and Farmer John really had something, and we want to know what we can do to help get you guys back together. So, Soil, give us a sample or two so we can understand what lies underneath the bare surface.
Well, it all started back when he bought this heavy tractor. He's always ripping me up and tilling my heart into the ground, driving over me with his heavy pigs he calls equipment, leaving me bare. I mean, the list just goes on and on.
So, Soil, if you could summarize your current relationship, what would that look like?
Frankly, Carter, it's just been a rocky road since the get-go. No stability whatsoever.
Well, Soil, there are ways that we can rebuild your relationship.
So we want to try and do our best and leave no aggregate unturned and help this relationship and hopefully it gets towards the better of things. So, because we care about you, Soil, so there's not many left like you.
So, we have Farmer John sitting with us right now. Would you be comfortable talking to him?
Yes, I suppose.
All right, so we're going to let you guys talk on the phone together now. So here's Farmer John.
Soil, is that the way you really feel about me? You think our relationship is rocky? I mean, I don't know why you think that. I leave you bare on purpose to absorb water. I do it for your own good. You always realize that the weather provides an ample amount of rain if we don't get the right weather.
Then why do you have to till me so hard? If you want me to actually absorb some of this water, then you wouldn't break me up and let me wash away. I have nothing to hold on to anymore. You know, I'm easily relocated or moved due to the stress you cause on this relationship, and I just cannot withstand the moisture anymore. You don't even know me anymore. There are so many cracks in our relationship, it's hard not to run away.
So is that why you've been so dense with me lately?
Yes, because you keep tearing me up and beating me down with those fat drags and tractors all the time. When is the last time you even took a good look at me? If you did, you would see that I need a break. I haven't had a fallow in I don't know how long. I can't even remember the last time you held me in your hands.
You know I can't rest till I make a good crop and take it to market and make some money.
Oh, don't bring the crops in this. What you really obsessed with is money. Always looking towards the next harvest and never thinking about how this will affect me. What about now, huh? I'm here now, and if you keep this up, I might not be for much longer.
So, is that an issue for your soil? He's not looking for long term. I mean, what do you really want in this relationship?
Well, obviously I'm grounded, but not now. I'm eroding away.
So, what's the next step in order to save this relationship?
Okay, guys, hear me out here. So, have you guys thought about adding organic matter to soil and spice things up between you two?
Oh, please, whatever organic matter that was there is long gone by now, and he has made no attempt in replenishing the nutrients lost. Not to mention all this wind, you're leaving me in the dust.
I've just been caught up with work and the bills. I mean, the weather hasn't helped much either.
Well, I would be better prepared for the weather if I had some cover crops on me to protect me and keep me from being bare out in the storm.
Farmer John, are you willing to incorporate cover crops in order to help better protect soil?
Absolutely. I never thought of doing that. I just thought that's what all the hippies did. But what about the weeds that come about?
I've got another idea. Soil, how do you feel about strip tilling? Instead of Farmer John fully hurting you every year, how about just tills part of you?
I mean, I don't mind being tilled if you don't do it nearly as often as you usually do. You gotta reduce the tillage, man. I'm open for strip tillage, though. I guess I won't be beaten up as often, at least.
Well, this is good. Are we starting to compromise? Have you ever thought of adding microbes to the mix? I think you can bring some life back into your relationship.
Psh, microbes. He probably doesn't even know what you're talking about.
Hey, let's not get hostile, please.
Hey, I know what they are. Just because you're a couple hundred years older than me doesn't mean you're smarter than me.
How dare you bring my age up?
Damn, that was a low blow.
I cannot believe you just said that right now.
I'm sorry. Microbes are expensive.
Well, maybe if you gave me a little bit of soil organic matter here and there, I wouldn't be so lifeless, and you wouldn't have to spend money on the microbes in the first place. I bet you wouldn't even find one earthworm in me.
You know, bringing some life back in your relationship could really help metabolize some of your problems.
All right. I guess I can consider it.
Yeah, if I'm correct, I think we have we think we've identified the underlying issue here between you two, and which, for you, Farmer John, I feel is rushed and worried solely about harvesting and paying the bills, that you just neglect soil in the process.
Not just about the money, but the crops too.
Oh, you know I am just as worried about the crops too. They are half mine anyways. We're raising them together, need I remind you.
That's good. So we've got some common ground finally. So how are the crops in the middle of all of this?
This is touching.
They're actually doing great, but now that I'm moving out, they're starting to show some signs of insecurity.
Soil, I realize that I have nothing without you. When you go, so do the crops. I'd just be heartbroken.
Well, guys, I think we've made a little bit of progress. I think this is a perfect time for us to take a quick little break and talk about our sponsors. So this commercial break is sponsored by Clay's Liquor, located here in Chico, your one-stop shop for all your soil needs.
All right, guys, we're back. Thanks for our sponsor, Clay's Liquor. Let's get back to Farmer John and soil.
Well, I'm glad that we could have you guys on to discuss your eroding relationship. I think both of you have learned some new techniques to amend your problems. Farmer John, are you willing to change and incorporate the things in your relationship that we discussed, like reducing tillage, cover crops, adding organic matter to the soil, and microbes?
Yes, if it means keeping my soil, by all means, I'll do whatever it takes.
Even if it means you have to put in some time into soil and not leave her fallow?
Yeah, maybe even check your soil out every once in a while to see how she's doing.
Yes, it may cost me some money, but in the long run, it's better to have him pay for new ground. I would hate to have to file for crop failure and deal with all the lawyers that are involved in all the crop support.
And soil, you promise not to drift away if he makes these changes?
Even though I'm hurt, I can put myself back together and support you as well, I guess. I will grow through what I go through.
Great. Sounds like a good start to a healthy relationship. Farmer John and Soil, Card and I want to say thank you for coming on and being part of Talk Dirt to Me. We wish the both of you the best of luck on the start of your new relationship.
Yeah, I really appreciate you guys coming on, and I hope that everything works out between you two. And so now we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to give you guys the top 10 pickup lines that you can to land you some hot, fertile soil. And then, boom.